What's going on, you guys? Welcome back to the 904 Fishing Podcast, your go-to spot for all things angling and outdoor adventure right here in the heart of Jacksonville, Florida. I am your host, Alex, joined by the ever-knowledgeable and ever-enthusiastic co-host, Nick.
Hey, I try to be.
You absolutely are. Today, we're going to be diving into a topic that resonates with every angler out there, from someone that's just starting out to the seasoned pros that go out every day of their life and do it for work. The evolutionary journey of your fishing gear from budget-friendly basics to top of the line. And, I know a lot of people, when they get started out, they just want to kind of dip their toes in the water. And, they don't want to spend a bunch of money right off the bat, and I couldn't agree more. So, like I said, in this episode, we're going to unravel the mysteries behind selecting the right gear for when you're just getting your feet wet and when it's time to elevate your game and your equipment. We've all been there, starting with what we can afford and moving on to bigger and better things. So whether you're wrestling with your first reel or considering that premium rod that's been catching your eye, join us as we cast into the waters of gear evolution. We'll share our own tales from the tackle box and tips for making informed upgrades, and why investing in quality is not just improving the time that you have out on the water, but also your connection with this incredible sport. Let's go ahead and jump into it, Nick.
That was some high dollar stuff right there.
Hey, man, only the best.
Yeah, I mean, there's plenty of things that over time in fishing, I'd say that we've definitely grown and kind of figured out, all right, this works better. This is, worth it down the line kind of ordeal. But let's see here. Where should I start off?
I was going to start off with, what was your first reel that you got to get started fishing?
That I just, bottom line,
first
one?
Well, what was the one, what's the first one that
point?
What's the first one you remember? Because we all got fishing rods and reels when we were younger. But what was the first one that, I'll say you bought yourself? What was the first one you bought yourself that you really thought to yourself, this is something I want to do?
For fishing stakes? Honestly, it was probably a bait caster because I finally nutted up and got a bait caster. Never had one, never really knew how to cast one, but I liked learning with it. It was cool. I mean, it was some Abu Garcia Blue Max or something. It was decent because I was just pond hopping a lot at the time, bass fishing. So it was pretty neat. It had the nice little finesse to it. Certainly wasn't the best one, but it was one that really kind of got me into, oh man, I'm going to say it, hooked into fishing. But
oh Lord.
Yeah, I had to do it to him. But I'd say that one, but that, that's kind of biased just to freshwater.
Well, but if that's your first one, I mean, that's your first one,
Yeah, that's true.
So for me, and I actually made a video about it, and it was August. I'm looking at it right now. August 2nd, 2016. 904 Fishing gets a bait caster. If you guys want to look up the video.
Ooh. Throwback.
Yeah. Oh yeah. That's going back there. But I was extremely excited to get this. It was a Lose. I'm trying to see if I have it in the description here.
I think it was silver. I think I remember that one, dude. It
was a Lose. Speed something. For the life of me, I can't. I had a link in the description, but it's not. It's not working.
I know what reel it was. It wasn't the Blue Max. It was a Fluger bait caster.
No. It was Lose. It was definitely Lose. It was the Lose.
I'm talking about on mine.
Yours.
Yeah. Going back to that. Filling in some chat while you're doing that.
Hey, there you go.
Yeah, it was a Fluger. It was a Fluger bait caster from Academy. And then at some point, that $100 camo H2O Express reel is a bait caster combo. Because if you kept the receipt, if you broke a rod tip, you just bring it back, get another one. Or if anything happens, you just keep that receipt. Oh, yeah. That was always the game changer, too, with that, I'd say. Keeping the receipt and doing that route.
Honestly, classic. You can't go wrong with that.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm looking at it. It was the carbon something. I don't think they make it anymore. But I was looking at the video here, trying to get a trying
The
to
names
get
are probably going to be hard to find because it's all gets like superseded. They're just changed names and stuff.
right, exactly. Yeah, so that's the problem I was looking into. But I remember I got this lose. I actually bought it when I was working at Dick's Sporting Goods. I was super excited about it. It was my first like proper combo that I got. It was a baitcaster combo. It was. I want to say I got it on sale, and with my discount, it was like $75 on sale, and then I got my discount on it, so it was like 60 something bucks. I was super excited about it, and at the time, $60 was absolutely insane to spend like on fishing, fishing anything really, because I was a broke high school kid. I didn't have any money like that, but I knew I wanted to get out there. I knew I wanted to do it, and I knew I wanted a baitcaster because I'm sure like you were thinking, Nick, when you were younger, like, oh, all these pros, all these guys, they use baitcasters. I need to get a baitcaster.
Yeah, I had some friends that were using it, and then they were kind of dogging me a little bit, but not too bad. But I was like, man, yeah, but like you're bird nesting, but then
Oh
you
yeah,
could really get those nice pitches with the bait caster.
oh yeah.
I haven't cast one in a hot minute, but I mean, yeah, like once you
It was definitely a
you
learning
understand
curve.
how to learn it, or you learn how to use it and all that, understand how to work it. Oh yeah, it's nice.
Yeah, definitely one of those things that takes time and effort to learn. But I definitely remember that first. Was it Carbon Blue? Was that the name of it? No, there's no way it was just Carbon Blue.
Oh man, he's on one.
I'm
Just gotta
trying to find it, man. Okay, all I'm pulling up now is like I think they changed the name to American Hero, but
Probably.
that wasn't what it was called. Yeah, so back in the day it was called the Lose Carbon Blue Baitcaster. And that's the combo that I have, but they changed it now to the American Hero. But that was the first one that I bought. That was like my high dollar rod and reel, and that thing was tried and true. I took it out all the time, and it got me started. And then that was kind of my freshwater intro. And then when I started branching off into saltwater, I was thinking like, okay, I keep hearing all these horror stories about people, losing their rods and reels and getting snatched into the water and off of bridges and the corrosion. So I didn't want to spend a bunch of money. So the
You're like,
first,
man, that's crazy.
right? So the first, and I still recommend this combo to this day to people that want to get started fishing because it's an excellent combo for the price point. You absolutely cannot beat it, and I will stand by this. And this is actually what got me started into the Daiwa fandom. I got a Daiwa shock.
With Iowa lore.
Right? I got a Daiwa shock, and I remember this from Walmart. I got a Daiwa shock. It was a 6-foot rod, a 2500 size reel, and I got it for $20.
Not bad.
And
Damn.
I liked it so much I went back and bought 2 more. So I had 3, and that's what I used for a lot of people that either wanted to go fishing with me and didn't have a rod and reel, or if I wanted to go out and have multiple reels. I've got videos of me going to Fort George Inlet, back in 2016, 2017, of me using multiple Daiwa shock reels out there, and I wasn't as concerned about the corrosion, me beating up the rods and reels, and because I only spent $20 on this. But it's genuinely it's one of the best reels that you can get, even if you buy just the reel itself, because it's the only that I've seen. It's the only reel that you can get for $20 where the reel and the spool itself is metal. All the other ones I've seen are plastic.
Yeah.
And that's crucial in my opinion.
Oh, it's super crucial. Same with if you got like a can't remember what the gear ratios are that are good, but
they all have their own
green screen
application.
You remember that Pin Pursuit 2 that I had on that 8-footer?
Classic.
That I used to bring in the kayak.
Yep.
And that was the one that tipped over when I won the raffle. And then
Tragic.
that one went into the ocean.
That one got donated.
That was a good one. That was one of my favorite saltwater setups because it was definitely like a thick rod. It was like a medium heavy or something. It was pretty. It was definitely almost like a boat rod or pretty much like a surf rod, but a short one. And I had this Pin Pursuit 2 reel, I believe is what it was. Probably like a 3,500, maybe a 4,000. It was kind of up there, but I mean, I caught so many fish with that thing. I caught so many whiting and just bluefish, just so much just from the surf. And then whenever I'd bring it with the kayaks, there's video of it. I was using it whenever we were in Simpson Creek, and I don't know how we were just tearing them up like it was nothing at low tide too. Which thinking about now, kind of interesting.
I remember one of my the first good surf reel that I got. It was a Daiwa Pursuit 2. And the reason I got it was because the Pursuit series was one of the intro reels that you could get for saltwater that was actually sealed. It had
Yep.
gaskets and whatnot in it. It was sealed. It was made for saltwater fishing, and it wasn't too expensive. So I got the Daiwa Pursuit 2, and then I paired that with they had a Shakespeare combo actually at the time. And the combo itself was $40. The reel was junk. Immediately tossed the reel. But I used that rod, and I put I put the Penn Pursuit 2 on it. And I got to tell you, man, that thing served me valiantly for 5-6 years almost.
Yep.
I pulled in sharks, redfish, trout, you name it, I caught it on that thing. It was insane. But that's, right around when I retired that combo is when I started getting a little more into, okay, I want to do this. Like I want to get some nice gear,
Yeah. Yeah, it's worth it because then whenever you get the new reel that you wanted and you saved up a little bit extra for it or spent a little bit more for it, then whenever you took it out, you're like, oh yeah, dude, this is nice. This is worth it right here, especially if you can figure that out just by like first cast and working it and reeling it after you're tied up and all that.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, but then whenever you hook into something, even if it's something small, you're just like, all right, cool, dude, that's one. That's one on this rod and reel combo, or all right, cool. That's one on this new reel, whatever the case is. That's always nice. And then over time you do, whenever you can, you do learn the old buy once, cry once. To an extent, doesn't mean go into debt for it. Don't make any dumb money moves, but sometimes it'll surprise you, and then it's up to you if you're gonna be like, oh, actually, maybe not this, or if you're gonna be like, well. No time like the present, I guess.
I was about to say, sometimes you just got to bite that bullet.
But that's the good thing. You don't have to spend a lot of money to fish, because they're both going to do the same thing essentially, as long as you take care of both of them. Because you could buy some super Gucci surf rod, and then maybe after using it all day or something, and you don't rinse it off. And then let's say maybe you go like next weekend. Oh yeah, I mean
We've all been there.
Some stuff going on, yeah. So that's always a crucial part. I mean, yeah, you can have the super high dollar stuff, but if you don't maintain it, it's gonna wear out the same, if not faster, than something cheap.
Yep.
So.
Yep, 100%, 100%. And I remember one of the first reels that I got that was really high quality, really nice. Kimbra actually got for me.
Mm-hmm.
And it was a Shimano Corrado. I want to say it was a Shimano Corrado DC. And it was on clearance at work. Like, we met together. We were both working at Dick's Sporting Goods. And it was on clearance at work, and I was going to buy it. And I came in one day when it was gone. I was like, oh, my God. And she bought it for me. She ended up buying it for me, and I was super excited. And I still have it, and I still use it. That thing has served me extremely well in the saltwater and freshwater.
I've seen it.
I use that thing all the time. Excellent reel, but that was the first baitcaster reel, and it retails. Let me see what it's going for right now. That was the first one that I used that really like opened my eyes to like, okay, maybe it does matter how much I spend on this. Maybe it does. You put a little extra money into it, and you get what you pay for, kind of deal. Yeah, so it retails right now for $270, and
they call it like an open face reel, or what would that one be classified as?
No, this is a baitcaster. It's a proper baitcaster.
Okay, I didn't know if they still called it the same thing.
Well, I think once you get really, I think once you get into like saltwater, like drum reels kind of deal, they call it open face reels.
Oh, that's if you're catching like grouper. And
that's
deep sea.
That's when you're getting several hundred yards of fishing line on the reel. But
And several $100 for the reel.
Exactly. But yeah, that was that one definitely opened my eyes up to maybe I should stop buying all these little tiny Daiwa shocks and save up and get something a little nicer. And I saved up, and that was all my intro stuff. I'm trying to think. Let's see. So I do actually have a list of open like cheap intro reels for you guys to get started with. The first one on the list is the Shimano Sienna reel. I don't think I've used this one, but I know I sold a ton of them when I worked at Dick's, and I heard great things about them, and they're about $30. You can't go wrong with them. $30-$40. But it's one of those things that even now I recommend. It's funny. The second one on my list is the Pen Pursuit 3, which I actually
those are good reels.
I wanna. Are they up to 4 now?
They might be.
They are. Yeah, they're up to 4 now. Pen Pursuit 4 is the newest one.
That Pen Wrath that I had, that 9-footer that I gifted to Angel. No, I didn't give him a hand-me-down. He's been wanting to get it in fishing. So this was like a $70 9-foot, like 4,500 reel.
Yeah.
Pen Wrath. So I think it had a Pursuit 3, or maybe a Fierce. Maybe it had a Fierce reel, but in the event, anyway, it was $70 for this combo. Good surf fishing rod. I've caught some good fish on it.
Great,
Forget exactly what line and like pound rating it is, but it was pretty much perfect for surf fishing, shore fishing. If you're using something with a little bit more weight, if you're going to be doing like a drop, if you're running a pyramid weight, was that the tourist rig? What do they call it? Just a single drop rig, double drop.
I call typically the ones that I run is like a high-low rig. It's the one with the 2 hooks on it with the floats and all that.
Yeah, super solid for that. I mean, it was fun to catch whiting on. I think I hooked into some kind of, must have been like a little shark, like 2-3 footer or something, but it'll do it. And I mean, Academy was running those for a while. I had that thing for a few years. And yeah, anytime you see some deals too, sometimes they're going to be, I'd say probably sometimes or most times, there's going to be some pretty solid deals that come out for some combos, whether it's freshwater or saltwater. Especially, springtime's coming up, summer's coming up. That's going to be the season for stuff like that. So keep an eye out for that. And pretty much just, I'm not going to say pick your poison, but, choose your weapon.
There you go. Absolutely. Now, let me ask you this, Nick.
Dude, I want to get out there and fish right now. Every time we do this podcast, dude, every time we get talking about fishing,
you're like, it's go
fish because, the time change is coming up.
I was about to say time change is coming.
Coming Sunday.
Yep.
So it's going to be longer days. I honestly, I think I can't go Monday. Got the golf stuff. I think
you could.
Tuesday.
Could go Monday.
Tuesday, do we go surf fish after work?
We
do the podcast at the beach?
Do the podcast we could.
Yeah.
Definitely something to think about. Let me let me ask you this, Nick.
A live podcast?
Technically they're all live, to be fair.
All right. Well, live action podcast.
Hey, there you go. There you go. Better? let me ask you this. Would you rather buy a pre-built combo or build your own?
Great question. Next. I'm just kidding. Honestly, it just depends on what the setup is. If I'm wanting like a good overall, set like combo, sure, I'll probably just try to find, whatever's fitting my criteria, I guess. But also, it hits different to piece them together. Because that way you're like, this one's mine, this is my rod, and no one could take it from me.
It's custom.
Yeah, this is my custom rod. I built this one myself. I sourced out this reel different. I wanted to be different and match. All right, but anyway, sorry. No shade on anybody that has a as a lure. We get it. I had a buddy that had braces. It was real bad. No one made fun of him because he would clap back. But anyway, piecing them together is fun. A few of mine are pieced together. Um, I just like because you can choose, like, hey, maybe this rod is cheaper. I can get this reel, a good reel, cheaper rod, but it still does the thing. Or vice versa. Maybe you just want to get like a good rod, and at some point you'll get a better reel, but maybe you
Yeah.
already have one. So that way you don't got to buy the whole thing. It's cheaper that way. Sometimes, just depends on what price point is. I mean, that's just got to compare.
I typically tell people that when you buy combos, one of the components are going to be lacking. You're either going to get a nice rod with an okay reel, or you're going to get a nice reel with an okay rod.
Yep.
It's typically rule of thumb. Now, once you start getting into 400 or 500 range for the combos, that doesn't apply. But your average Joe, when you go out and buy, a 50, 20, 30, 40, $50 combo, one of those two are going to be lacking.
Yeah, you just got to think, all right, how much would this reel be? Is it going to be like half price and they're both like 25, for example, a piece or something? Or is like the rod like 10 and the reel like 40?
Exactly.
Or vice versa.
Exactly. But, it's one of those things that if you guys don't want to build your own, you can absolutely buy a pre-built combo. There's nothing wrong with that. There's tons out there that are awesome.
They do the trick. They do the job.
Most of the Daiwa ones that I've gotten pre-built are nice, like the Daiwa Shock. Like I said, those are the ones. Actually, they might not even make those anymore. Now that I'm thinking about it, I think they actually replaced it with something else because I couldn't find those for a while.
Do they have like multiple like Daiwa BG series for the names or anything, or is it just BG? Is that category?
It's just the BG.
Yeah, I like the Daiwa BG.
Daiwa BGs are awesome. That's definitely one step above the Daiwa Shock.
Yeah, I'm a fan of the BGs. They've worked just fine. Great. And I like them better than Pin. Pin's cool, but it's like, I don't know. It's too it's too copy paste.
Well, not just that, but it's the Harley of fishing gear.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's the Glock of reels.
I'm exactly.
M&P guys, so I guess M&P is Daiwa.
It's the Harley, it's the Macintosh, it's the Glock, it's the Lexus. It's the name brand. Everybody thinks it's awesome, but it's the same stuff as something that's a quarter of the price, and it's going to do the exact same thing. It's the Hobie of reels.
Ooh, damn. Got him. Yeah,
gonna be having some. Yeah, gonna be getting some lashback on that. Maybe we can do an episode on that, Nick. Hobie versus Hoodoo, or just Hobie versus other kayaks in general. Because I don't know about you, but when I think kayak, I think, I would love to spend $5,000 on this.
Yeah, that's the price for a boat. I mean, maybe if Hoodoo and Voodoo, not, oh my God, Voodoo, help. Hoodoo and Hobie. Hoodoo and Hobie. That just like absolutely twisted my brain around. But if Hoodoo and Hobie could send us some kayaks, we could actually do a video in comparison. We could send them back. I mean, you could just send it to us, just to do a little trial
review,
little trial run. I mean, I'll take your kayaks out there and put them through some tests and give you some little feedback or something. Who knows? Probably not.
Absolutely.
They probably won't do that, but it could be something.
Absolutely. And that's one of the things that I would even liken it, like when I got my first kayak, I bought it for $75, I think, $75, something like that. It was on clearance. It was on a wicked clearance deal. And it was a little tiny 10-foot, not made to do what I was doing with it most of the time. But when I saved up, I stopped and I said, all right, I'm going to get myself a nice kayak. I'm going to get something really nice. And I got my Hoodoo. It's total game changer. You guys have heard me say this time and time again, but total game changer. And I would liken it to when I started getting all these better reels, when I started getting my Daiwa BGs, when I started, getting the battle threes and, stuff like that, like all these higher end reels. I would link in it just to that, like how much of a difference it really made once I started putting the time and effort and, effort into getting these nicer combos and how much of a difference it really made, especially when I started increasing the quality of the fishing rods that I was getting. It's one of those things, like I never realized the difference between a $20 fishing rod and a $200 fishing rod until I used a $200 fishing rod, and I thought, oh, now I get it. It's one of those things.
That's how it was whenever I won that raffle. I was like, oh, this is like big boy stuff here. This is like serious.
Yeah.
Because what was that, a Penn Prevail 2 or something for the rod, and then a Daiwa BG 6500?
Yep.
Yeah, dude.
Total game changer.
That thing was sick, dude. That was immediate when I started catching like big sharks and stuff. And then I think
because you have more confidence in your gear, right?
Oh yeah. Well, I got lucky with that raffle. It was a $20 raffle. It was like $20 a spot, 100 people. Maybe it was 200. I can't remember, but it was on that day. It's on video where I literally.
Yeah. I was about to say we have it on video.
I lost a rod into the water at the beach and a rod holder, and then my phone fell out of my pocket.
Also, the
phone. Trying to put it back in while Alex was hooked up with a tarpon, in which he popped off. So that was a triple whammy. But then the raffle winning was announced like 30 minutes later, an hour later or something, and then I won. Dude, it was crazy. So, and that was like a $400 setup. So
yeah, nothing to scoff at.
Yeah, I mean, and that thing's crucial. I take such a good care of that thing. Yeah, that's probably my favorite surf rod. But going in comparison to like some of the other ones I had some. I can't remember that. Maybe it was a Shimano. You remember that white reel that I had?
The one that I spooled for you?
Yep.
Oh, what was that? Oh, I can see it.
I think it was a Shimano.
It was definitely a Shimano.
It was like white with like a purple. It was like a dark bluish purple color to it that it had.
Oh, I'm gonna have to look
on
this
like
up.
some of the reel, like the handle area or something.
I sold a lot of these because they were very good, and that's why I recommended it to you, because I was like, hey, these are really nice for the price.
That's right. I remember that. Yeah, and comparing from that to the BG 6500, yeah,
night and day.
Get the old BG for sure, but that one still did pretty good. I mean, I used that one a lot surf fishing, and honestly, I didn't take the best care of it, but it's fine. It served
good intro one. Good. You got to start somewhere, kind of deal.
Mhm. I mean, dude, I remember fishing with a few buddies back in high school, and we fished this pond, and I think it was called Pecan Cove. It was like a cove that came in from Doctor's Lake, so it was down Doctor's Lake Drive. That was with Troop.
Throwback.
Michael. I think his brother, maybe it might have been Joseph too, but anyway, we were just night fishing over there. Man, I had this 808 Magnum Zebco on like this
classic.
I don't know, it had to be like an 8-foot rod or something. It was like a big, thick. It was like a boat rod almost. But I tell you what, I caught a few gar in that cove, and it was on just a push button 808 Magnum Zebco, and that thing felt like reeling in a winch, one of like, if you're pulling a boat in, but it did it. And I mean, that was a good start too, but even like way back then, and catching gar out of all things, which are hard to catch. And I was using just like a bottom rig, and we might've been using hot dogs or shrimp. I can't remember, but we ended up eating those gar and realized that you have to have a pair of wire cutters.
To get through their scales.
Their scales.
Yep.
Yeah, but
they're gnarly.
Fried gar is good. It's
underrated.
And fish.
Yeah, totally underrated.
Maybe kind of with like shrimp, but it was good. I mean, it's a big muscly predator fish, so I mean,
Just got to cook it right.
There's no fat on it. They got a lot of bones, but
Said it before, I'll say it again. There's no such thing as bad fish, only bad cooks.
it's true. Hey, let's get out the house.
I
go
was about
fish.
to
He
say,
said,
what's
up?"
going up? Get out the house, go fish. Nice of you to pop in here. I know you've been trying to catch one of these live. Nice to have you in here.
Heck yeah. Yeah, man, we've been getting skunked. It's been bad. I don't know what's
Yeah,
been going on.
it's
We both
been
don't know
gnarly.
what's been going on. We've been using live shrimp. We've been doing every rig that we can, and for some reason,
Fishing all over the water column. Bottom, mid-range, top, float rig, high.
in the kayaks from the shore.
I was about to
by
say,
Fort George.
in the kayaks, not in the kayaks, live line, everything. It's been gnarly.
Yeah, not sure if maybe it's got to be just the weather.
It's the way we're
From
holding
hot
our
to
mouth.
Cold, hot to cold. Probably. Should try that next time. It's because I didn't bring my rain jacket. That's why.
I keep, and I've actually been wanting to start like a fishing log and keeping like temperature, humidity, pressure, overcast, sunny, all that stuff. I've been really wanting to start like doing that.
Yeah. That's a good point. I never thought about that.
But
I think we'll be able to figure it out once we can actually go more often instead of just the one day, because I feel like just getting out there the one day, really like the one morning.
it's hard to do, man.
Yeah, it's not enough. It's not enough to really tell what's going on, because then you could go do the same thing the next day or a few days later, and then you actually tear it up. But
Yep.
that's what I'm excited for about the time change. We're going to have more time to fish and more opportunities to go fish after work, because I already know I'm going to be doing that. You kidding me? Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah, after work, 100%. I'm getting that new surf fishing cart here shortly.
Mm-hmm.
Hey,
I will throw in on that.
That's actually kind of, in the same scope
Another
of
good gear point.
I was about to say, yeah, another good gear point is when I first started surf fishing, I used to just carry everything.
I still kind of do.
And that's what I had. And
Pack mule.
dude, the amount of stuff that I used to carry.
Yeah, Alex, you were always a pack mule, and I was
Oh
like,
my
what is this guy
God.
doing?
The
I was like,
amount
good
of
Lord.
the amount of stuff that I used to take out with me. I mean,
Well,
I
remember
used to
you carrying
bring
the cooler with rod holders up on top of it, and you got like, if something falls, you're gonna have to just set everything down.
like I used to carry a full cooler, a full cooler with ice, because you need ice for all the fish you're gonna catch. Clearly,
Yeah.
I used to carry a full cooler, like a 50-quart cooler, ice, 20-pound bag of ice, if not more. Like 6 rods, 6 rod holders. I had a giant tackle backpack, full of
Yep.
stuff. I mean, chock full of stuff. The chair. I used to bring a chair all the time too, and
Yep.
looking back, the amount of stuff that I used to carry is mind-boggling. And then once I was like, okay, I don't want to carry all this stuff. I downgraded my cooler a little bit. I got actually a surf cart deal from Goodwill, actually, believe it or not. That was made to carry like beach
nice.
supplies, like for like recreational beach, like going to the beach, not like fishing gear. But I put all my stuff on that. That worked pretty well. I got a different cart that worked okay. I got it from Walmart on sale. It was folding up. It was collapsible. That one worked really well for a while. And then I got the one from Nick when Nick stopped using it. That's a little like Fishing Mate or something, right, Nick?
I think I got it from West Marine.
Yeah, it's I'm almost positive it's a Fish Mate. Like Fishing
I
Mate,
built that dang thing.
like with plastic wheels and whatnot. Spencer fishes the surf with northeast winds. I've heard that. I remember that.
Too.
I remember that. Yeah, I love the background wallpaper. Thank you very much. It's custom, AI generated. But I graduated from that cart that Nick had. and now I'm going to be getting a proper cart with the surf wheels, like the sand wheels with the orange wheels.
Orange, yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to be getting one of those, and I think it only comes with 4 or 5 rod holders, but I'll probably put more on there. I'm excited. Yeah, definitely going to get a flag, and the flag is not only stylish. Oh, I have a flag. I have a 904 fishing flag.
Yeah, I was about to say.
I'm definitely going to be using the flag, and it's not only stylish and lets people know what's up, but it tells us wind direction, which is awesome. And that's what people are like, oh, why do you have a flag? I'm like, well, it looks cool, but also wind direction.
You've seen the flag that I have that I think I've
flown
in the kayak.
Yeah. Absolutely.
The no step on snake.
No step on snake.
It's just so funny. I wonder how many people have just seen that sticking above like the marsh grass, and they're in like their boat or something. They just see this, and then like the wind catches it just right, and they're like, "What does that say?"
What in the world?
Dude, there's been so many people. I mean, even bringing it out there surf fishing, I'd hook that up on that surf cart that you have now.
Well, that was like,
dude, people would be walking by today, just reading it, and then they'd laugh.
You remember when we first started going kayak fishing, and I used to take all that stuff with, like, do you remember how much gear I used to bring with me?
Yeah.
I used to bring like 4 or 5 rods, big drum heavy reels on the intercoastal. What am I doing with a drum reel on the intercoastal?
Dude, big fish.
What did I think was gonna happen? Like,
yeah, I mean, dude, I would do that too. I'd be like, oh, I gotta bring all my fish poles. So I'd have 2 in the rod holders, and like I'd have to like lay 2 down or have the third one.
Yeah, exactly.
In the middle rod holder, and it's like, no, dude.
Yeah, and that's
just not it.
Like Get Out the House Go Fish says, which, by the way, if you guys haven't checked out his channel, definitely go check out his channel. Awesome content.
Love his channel.
Great content. Really, really cool guy. Really nice guy. Definitely go check him out.
Watching that for years, and it's cool that we went and fished with him.
Absolutely, yeah. We definitely need to get out there more and go fishing out there with him more. Or
you go ahead, continue. I'll chime in a minute.
No, you're good. Yeah, no. He said, "Get Out the House, Go Fish." Says, "Keep it simple," which I could not agree more. Now, when I go fishing, I have 1 tackle bag. If I'm on the kayak, I have 2 rods, and that's just to give me a little variety. But they're pretty much the same thing. I could do with the 1, but typically I just have the 2.
It's easier to change out stuff.
Honestly, 1's a backup, if anything. But
that's a good point.
But it's one of those things that keep it simple. When I go out on the surf now, I will take. I do carry a cooler with me now, but it's because I have a cart. It's a little easier.
And it just doesn't get ice.
I was about to say, if I get ice, it's a 10-pound, maybe 7-pound bag. Honestly, just to keep my drinks cool. That's all I'm really looking for. And if I can't fit it in the cart, I don't carry anything. Yeah, I do not physically carry anything anymore. I used to. Oh my god, I'm thinking back of all the stuff I used to carry, and it's insane. But it's one of those things now that my tackle bag. I used to have these massive, giant tackle bags and backpacks, and the big 7-tray tackle bags of stuff, chock full of gear. No, you don't need that. I take 1 tackle tray with me. I typically have 1 tray with artificial lures. I have, and in that tackle tray, I have everything I need, from floats to hooks to barrel swivels to snap swivels, everything I need to make my own rigs. And then in my tackle bag, I typically have snacks, crucial, first aid kit,
absolutely,
weights, stuff like that. Like, I keep it very light, very simple. And, and that's what I urge people to do is once you get past, and I definitely feel like that changed from when I had all my cheap gear and I was carrying everything out with me. When I started getting more into the mid-range to high-range tier, I stopped carrying. I don't need all this. Yeah, I was like, I don't need all this junk. Because I started realizing, I'm like, I don't use half this stuff when I go out anyways.
Also, and for whenever we actually do catch stuff, it's like, oh, I'm not even using this to catch stuff, so there's not really a point. It's good to have some backup things, for sure. Like, I need to dial back my shore fishing kind of gear a little bit. It could be a little lighter, but I can still carry it, no problem. The heaviest thing is my damn water bottle. I need to bring the smaller water bottle, but
hey, but there's nothing wrong. There's nothing wrong with carrying more water with you, because it's always good to stay hydrated out there. Definitely recommend that. I carry a little. I think it's a 1 liter, maybe 1.5 liter water bottle, but it just goes right in the cooler.
Yeah, let's see what mine is. Will it tell me? No, it's just a big bottle.
Well, you seen the one I
Makes the
take out there.
classic. Yep.
Yeah, I mean, you've seen the one I take out there, right, Nick, with all the stickers on it and whatnot?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I need to get some stickers for mine. That'd be
Oh,
neat.
dude, I got a ton of stickers from iCast last year from when I went. You want some?
Perhaps.
I got you, buddy. They're all fishing related, obviously.
Very
Everybody and
nice.
their mother had stickers at their booth, so I would just go by and they'd
Hmm.
give me their little spiel, and I'm like, cool, sticker, sticker, sticker,
Yeah.
coaster, sticker,
Cool. That's all
keychain,
great information.
sticker.
Can I have a sticker, please?
Yeah, I mean, I think we counted. I had like 98 stickers
Dang.
from
Yeah, you weren't
unique
lying.
stickers from iCast. No, I'm not. No, we have 17 koozies, like can koozies above the kitchen sink right now from iCast. I
Decent.
have 4 or 5 keychains that I don't know what I'm gonna do with. Put boat keys on eventually, maybe.
Pretty much.
Somebody sponsor me so I can get a boat. No.
Yeah, please.
Um.
I'll haul it.
Oh God, no! I could haul it. Well, depending on size.
Hmm.
But
But yeah, I put in my notes also earlier, just like top 5 gear. I could run over real quick if you want.
yeah. What you got there?
So just top 5 fishing gear, um, fishing related items, that you're going to use out there. Something that, you know, you definitely want to spend like a little bit, a decent little amount for. Nothing too crazy. You can obviously overspend, don't need to. And, I'd say maybe not cheap out on some of this stuff, but some good sunglasses that are
Absolutely.
polarized, those are crucial. I love my Waterland sunglasses. Whenever I was watching Bama Beach Bum and Angler Up with Brant, they were sponsoring them. I was like, you know what, I'm gonna get a pair of these. I think they're like $100, and they got all kinds of coupon codes that you can use. But say a good pair of sunglasses, some good UV clothes that way
Oh
keep
yeah,
the sun off you,
crucial.
especially in the summer.
Crucial.
Because yeah, it's hot, but it's gonna be a lot hotter whenever you're sunburnt.
I
So
honestly,
long sleeves and long pants in the summer is just how it's gonna have to go with fishing.
if I can interject real quick,
Yeah, yeah.
you guys have seen me. I wear my full UV shirt. I have long sleeve shirts, hoods. You know the buffs, pants, boots. I wear it all when I go surf fishing. I genuinely that UV stuff breathes really well. I don't get that
Yeah,
hot.
it does.
I
No.
don't get you. It's not as hot as it looks. It really isn't.
Yeah. I mean, like sometimes it'll be, if there's no breeze, but still, it's better than wearing like cloth or like cotton,
Oh yeah,
like
100%.
normal clothes.
100%.
Then I'd say as well, this kind of appeals more to kayak fishing. I'd say a good life vest. If you have one that's pretty decent quality, and that way it's not just the always the extra orange one on the boat that just gotta have to have
I was about to say I
a
just
decent
upgraded
life
mine,
vest.
and I'm very
Yeah.
happy about it.
And I need to charge mine, so that way it'll be good to go. And that's going to be a lot more comfortable because it's a lot more streamlined
Nick's
and
got a
it's not as
fancy
bulky.
one.
Yeah, that was a Christmas present from my soon-to-be father-in-law. Yeah, he's my father-in-law.
Like I
It's
said,
happening.
at this point,
But-
it's
Yeah. But I'd also say a good fillet knife. Alex got me a very nice fillet knife for Christmas, and I have yet to use it, and it's kind of sad.
because we haven't
'Cause
got anything.
I really would like to use it, and I greatly appreciate him gifting that to me.
I'm excited for when we get to use that. Honestly,
Oh, me too. And a good fillet knife, I say, because if you have a, really cheap fillet knife or something, I don't think that you're really going to have to worry about the blade breaking and going
Yeah.
crazy like that. But at least, if you want to keep using it and it holds a good edge, that way, the most dangerous knife in the world is a dull knife. So
yep, 100%.
and plus, if you have a dull knife and it's not holding a good edge, you're just kind of playing yourself when you're filleting fish because then, unless you're a magician, you're going to mess up a lot of the meat and unfortunately miss getting a lot of the meat cleaned off that you want to have. But say good pliers too, something anodized. Here we go again, the anodized.
Oh boy.
But something that's not, going to be just stainless steel unless you're going to really keep on top of cleaning it and oiling it too, just like a little thin coat of oil. I would just say something anodized aluminum, something like that. That way you can have a good set of pliers for those moments when you're like, oh, okay, I can't get this hook out with my finger. Like, this one's going to take some finagling. I'm going to have to become a surgeon real quick to get this fish back. Then one more thing that can go for kayak or shore is just a good tackle bag, something that you're going to be able to comfortably carry, and then also, have enough room to store the essentials, what you need, and be able to keep it organized.
Yeah, definitely.
Can't really think of anything else. I mean, all of it almost goes it kind of all goes hand in hand.
Well, you definitely hit the nail on the head. I think especially with the sunglasses and the UV gear overall, with the use of the pants and the shirt and whatnot, that's crucial. Buffs are crucial. I just recently started getting the shirts and whatnot that had the buff and the hood built into it. I'm really enjoying that. It's got its ups and downs because I can't take the hood or the buff off, but overall, I'm definitely very happy with it. So, it's definitely, I think, a lot more crucial than people realize. Because if you get sunburned, or if you're out there or something happens, and you've got to then deal, like, let's say you're a weekend warrior, you go out Saturday and Sunday, and you get absolutely fried out in the sun. Like, I can't tell you how many times has happened to people I know and Nick when we first started going fishing. And then
it just happens to me, bro.
The whole week. Yeah, he used to be really bad about it. The whole week you're at work, and when we used to work together, we'd go fishing on the weekends and we go to work. I could see him like with the harness. Yep.
Oh God, dude, that was the worst.
Yeah, not great.
Oh my God.
Yeah, you remember that?
Like, horrible sunburn on the back.
He used to wear a full 5-point harness.
Oh my God, and it had to support my weight sometimes. Oh, dude, and there was no getting away from that. Yeah, it would just rub super bad.
Yeah, and there was nothing you could do about it.
And then I'd be peeling, and it'd be the summer, so I'd be sweating.
Yeah, it wasn't great.
Those work shirts were like polymer, it felt like. Not polyester, polymer.
Yeah, it was bad.
Oh, yeah, dude, that's enough times of that. I'm like, no, I'm tired of hurting after I fish.
Yeah.
Like, same thing, wearing shorts out there surf fishing. That's nice. It's normal. That way your pants aren't like bogged down. But also, damn, my legs have gotten absolutely tore up, and that's not good either.
Never.
Wearing boots and long socks and long pants, that is. Oh, and then having to like bend and kneel around and stuff. Oh yeah, dude, that's not it. So, for surf fishing, yeah, you're gonna see me out there wearing long sleeve pants, long pants. I need to go get the little leg extension pieces, whatever you want to call those. the part where you zip the bottom half of the pants to them. Because I got a pair of shorts in here. They're Magellan, and that's the thing. Magellan, that brand in general, for their UV shirts, fishing gear, pants. It's good stuff. But
I can't go wrong with them, honestly.
Yeah, and they're waterproof. It says waterproof on them, so I definitely need to get the leg parts for those, so then that way I can really just use those in the kayak and then surf fishing. That'll be very nice. It would also be cool to get some of the local fishing people, like Get Out the House, Go Fish, or any others, maybe Sandman. It'd be cool to get them in on a podcast one time.
I definitely have been wanting to get some guests on for sure.
All we got to do is just have some questions from people that want to, ask us questions. We all just answer them, something easy like that.
Absolutely. I've been meaning to reach out to some people. I think once we switch back to Mondays, I'm gonna get a little more active with trying to reach out to people and do stuff like that. Because obviously, having more guests on the show would be awesome. It would be really cool just to get a different perspective and get the different, information from people and whatnot. Because I can tell you from experience that I started surf fishing when I was 12 years old. That was the first time I went out. I was 12 years old, and it was at the Volano Beach, actually, on Porpoise Point. And I started surf fishing from there, and I went out with a gentleman named Noel Kuhn, who is the Guy Harvey surf fishing guide in Florida. He's an awesome guy, extremely knowledgeable. Dude, this, oh my, like, we caught, and I think he said he's been fishing the surf for like 40 or 50 years, something like that. It's crazy. And when we went out, I think we caught like 1 or 2 whiting. I didn't even care. I wasn't focused on catching fish, which sounds, counterintuitive. But when I went out with him,
that's an experience right there. That the fish are going to be there. You know, the
amount of knowledge I was able to absorb from this guy was insane. I'm also waiting for the tarpon to start showing up.
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
I got redemption this time. Dude.
Yeah, I was about to say Nick and I are going for tarpons this year, buddy.
Got 60 and 80. I need to get 80-pound leader. That's been the problem the whole time. The braid has been holding up. It's always been the leader because I had like 40-pound, and I found out that 40-pound was just not enough. It needs to be 60 and up. But Sandman is also a cool guy.
Extremely.
I feel like I could get along with him because I too am a musician.
Yeah, there you go.
Not on his level, but I also play guitar and drums, so I feel like we could have some good conversations.
Absolutely. But
yeah, dude, and he catches a lot of good fish too. He knows his stuff.
Well, and that's what I was going to say about Noel is all the stuff that I was learning when I went out fishing with him is like basically if I could summarize everything in the do not do column and the do this column, almost everything I had been doing was in the do not do column. Like, and everything's subjective to one person's experience to the other, but the man's work speaks for himself. It's one of those deals that, he's developed and made his own surf rods, over the bar fishing rods, I believe they're called. And they're insane. That's obviously the rods that he uses, and they were insane to use. And that was really one of the first times that I used a nice, expensive rod like that. And I thought to myself, okay, I get it. Now I know why people spend the money they spend on these rods.
Yeah, haven't we seen the sinker guy out there surf fishing too?
Oh yeah, Chip. Yeah, we've seen Chip out there. Yeah, Chip's a great guy.
That's such a cool name, dude. It's always cool to have come across a man named Chip.
Yeah, he's a nice guy. He's really cool.
Oh, what was I gonna say as well? I forgot.
I don't know.
All right. I got a question for you on the spot.
Okay, for me.
Off script, non-scripted question here. Yep. For you.
Hit me with it.
For the audience, too, I would like some comments on here. What is the most... hold on. Let me build up the anticipation for y'all here. Let me just word this first. What is the most important thing that was a game changer that you figured out for surf fishing?
Ooh, the most important thing that I learned...
That got my answer.
That was a game changer for surf fishing specifically.
Yep.
Easy. I know this. I can answer this.
Mine. You want to say on the count of 3?
Well, no, hang on. Well, what's yours? I want to hear yours.
I was gonna say figuring out where to cast with the sandbars.
Okay, that's kind of like mine. Okay, so mine was for surf fishing, it was learning that you don't have to cast 7,000 feet into the ocean, and the further the cast does not equal the bigger the fish. Because when I first started surf fishing, and for a very, very long time really surf fishing, dude, I was waiting out. I mean, when Nick and I first started going out,
we both were.
We were waiting out, up to our armpits, and we got the rods like this.
Good answer.
It just kind of, trying to get it out there, and then walking back.
Cast it like 20 yards.
Yeah, it was ridiculous.
That's good. That's out there. Whenever we really could have just, waist
cast
deep,
it. Yeah, cast it from the.
We were on the far sandbars too, because we were further south of Volano. We were on St. Augustine Beach a lot, or north of Ponte Vedra, so like Jack's Beach, where the sandbars. My rule of thumb is if the sandbars are like the waves are good for surfing. They're not really going to be. I could be wrong. This is just my go-to. That if they're good for surfing, they're not going to be great for surf fishing. Now, I've caught a bunch of whiting, catfish, and stuff out there at those kind of sandbars, but I found that where it drops off, like Volano, from that stretch from Volano up to about Mickler's and Ponte Vedra area, just before it gets to Ponte Vedra, that's like a pretty decent spot because it just drops off so quick with shore break right there. And
Yep.
you don't have to walk out to cast out far or anything, and that's a good idea too. Get out the house, go fish.
I was about to say, I
said.
wanted to bring that up. Get out of the house, go fish said, I'm assuming in response to the question, what did you learn that was a game changer for you for surf fishing? He said going at low tide to find the runouts, the washouts, that's excellent, in between sandbars and stuff. Definitely a huge thing to learn because that's where the fish will be funneling in or out during, the tide change. And also, he says you should fish the sandbars on the incoming tide.
Never done that intentionally, I don't think.
I don't think we have either. And honestly,
good idea.
That's one thing that I will be the first to admit I am awful about is positioning myself well when I go surf fishing because, and honestly, a lot of it boiled down to a lot of it boils down to is I didn't want to carry all my stuff super far. So I go until I'm past people, until I'm away from people, and then that's where I fish. But, with all the changes that I've been making to my gear and, getting different carts and getting carts that are better to go out on the surf and being able to move more easily out on the surf, I will definitely be looking for washouts, runouts, sandbars, stuff like that. Things that you should be going for when you're surf fishing.
I mean, you've seen me get the eagle eye and scoping out up and down the beach like, all right, which way are we going to go, left or right?
Exactly. Honestly, and I've done that with the drone too, throwing it up and look all right, let's find a washout. And I that's what I want to do in this upcoming, Nick. One of the first things I want to do is I want to go out there on the surf, throw the drone up and find a good washout, find a good, sandbar to fish, stuff like that.
And y'all don't have to have a drone to do this. I mean,
you
could always just pull up Google Earth and because that's, I don't know if it's the same day, you're going to be able to view it or how recent the pictures were taken, but it's pretty helpful.
Oh, 100%. 100%. Get Out the House, Go Fish said that they have a free surf fishing seminar coming up soon. I'm assuming that's local to the Jacksonville / St. Augustine area, so I'm curious I know they've hosted them before, and I've watched the online videos, and there's amazing information out there, honestly, but that's definitely, I've been wanting to get to one of those. The problem is, he says it's going to be out at Jack's Beach. That's one of those things that the problems that I've run into in the past is they hold it on the Saturday, and I work Saturdays for now. But I've been meaning and wanting to get out there for their seminars because that knowledge that you get fishing the surf for as long as these guys have, you can't beat. You can't beat.
Yep. Yeah, time spent is well earned and well valued.
Absolutely.
That's for sure.
Absolutely.
But we appreciate that. We appreciate that info there. Get out the house, go fish. I'd call you by your name, but unfortunately, it has slipped my mind right now.
That's true. I know his name. I just don't know if he wants me to say his name.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, it's Mike. Yeah. All right, cool. Yeah. No, his name's Mike. He's a great guy. And like I said, you guys, if you haven't, definitely go check out his channel. Hopefully, Mike, we can have you on the podcast at some point. That'd be really fun. It'd be really cool. We can definitely work with schedules and change stuff around. I think we're closing in on an hour here, so I reckon we're gonna wrap it up here shortly. Nick, you got anything else to add?
Well, we went over that gear list. You know what? Let's do 2 questions real quick, one apiece. I know you still got some left over.
We're doing 2 questions?
Maybe. Hey, just one apiece. No, let's do 3. Let's get a question for Mike.
Okay. All right.
Or he's gonna go eat. That's no worries. We can do 2. I'm gonna eat after this as well.
What you having for dinner?
Some leftover chicken tikka masala.
Oh, Lovely with
and
the
two
garlic
pieces of
naan.
naan bread. Yes,
Awesome.
2 pieces. Gonna go in the air fryer for about a minute after it's already been preheated.
Classic, honestly. I've been heating stuff up in my air fryer, and it's been going really well.
Dude, the air fryer, like I've gotten a little crazy with it before because like you have to buy junk food to put in the air
Oh,
fryer.
yeah.
Like mini
100%.
corn dogs, fire. Pizza rolls, amazing. A minute 30 in the microwave, hot pocket to then like 3 minutes in the air fryer, amazing, scrumptious. What else? Corn nuggets, chicken strips,
With the chicken
all kinds of
strips.
stuff.
I'm trying to find the dang list of questions I had. I know I had a couple more still on there.
Yeah, I think there was a good bit.
Okay, here we go. All right. I don't think we've done this one yet. What is your favorite fish to eat, and what is your favorite way to prepare it?
Blackened flounder.
Right off the cuff, didn't hesitate.
Yeah, dude.
Did not hesitate. So flounder is your favorite fish to eat, and your favorite way to eat it is blackened?
It's so good. It's so easy to fillet. It's a fun fighting fish. It's a cool looking fish, and it is delicious. And you can fry it. You can blacken it because frying almost kind of takes the flavor out. But yeah, blackened. Oh man. What's yours?
Mine is, and this is gonna be, I'm gonna say controversial.
Okay.
Hear me out. I like pompano. That's not the controversial part.
Yeah.
But I like grilled pompano. A lot of people
like what you grill it skin down.
Yeah, like I don't skin it, and you just grill it with the skin down. And a lot of people don't like grilling pompano because they say that it overpowers the flavor and whatnot of the meat. But I personally like grilled pompano.
Yeah, that sounds good. I'd like to try it. I think I've only had it like broiled.
Yeah, a lot of people when they make
in the
pompano,
skillet.
a lot of people will either
Baked.
they'll bake it, they'll fry it, they'll sear it, they'll do stuff like that. But I love over a charcoal grill.
Oh yeah.
Freaking grilled pompano, and you don't have to go crazy. A little salt, pepper, a little garlic,
Mm-hmm. A little bit of butter, maybe
Can't
a little
go
bit
wrong.
of lemon pepper,
Can't go wrong, man.
or lemon or lime juice. Yes, indeed. Ooh, we got some salmon from Aldi. We're
Lovely,
gonna have this week too.
lovely.
The seasoned salmon. I want to get the big piece of salmon some point though, and like grill it or something.
Hey, there you go.
I mean, you could do that. Maybe me, you, and Dallas. We just get one of those and then just
Go out to
that
that
up on the
island
side.
and cook it out on the island.
Hey, we caught a salmon. No, yeah, that would be something. That would be good. We could all have a piece.
Hey, there you go.
It's three pieces, 3 portions.
Honestly, it'd be plenty.
All right.
So
the next one, and you
all right.
answer it first.
So last question, or we'll say second question. We don't know if it'll be our last, but last question, second to last
right.
question. What advice would you give to someone new to beach fishing in Florida? For me, we kind of already covered it, but it's keep it simple. Don't take a freaking crap ton of gear out with you. You don't need it.
Yeah.
Take the one rod. Take the rod holder.
Yeah, you keep yours.
And
sorry.
just, no, I was just going to say, take the one rod, take the one rod holder. You don't need a ton of rods and reels out there with you. You don't need a cooler. You don't need all that stuff. Just take one rod, one reel, one rod holder, a little bait, and go out there, go fishing. Just get out there, wet a line,
Yeah, that's a good one. I would say a lot of good tips for it too.
Oh, yeah.
Bring sunscreen. That's a given though. That's cheap.
I was about to say, but if you're going to the beach, I figure
it's a cheap layout. Yeah, I don't bring a whole lot of gear and just, bring enough weights. Bring the right amount of weights. Oh my goodness, hold
Oh,
on.
so wait,
The
so
right
like
weighted
bring.
weights.
Gosh, say that 10
Sputniks.
times fast.
Sputniks. Multiple rigs, because if you get bit off, it happens. Um, like enough gear, but not too much. And yeah, just fish in between the sandbars, like where you see the waves coming up. In
Wait,
between that. Yeah, hold on. I'm reading
wait
this.
a minute. Wait. Hold on. Pause everything. Wait, so that
Sturgeon.
I do. Yes, I saw that video. I also thought it was a king. That was a sturgeon? Wait, hold on.
We don't
Stop.
have sturgeon down here.
Pause everything. There's no
Do we?
way.
Well, hold on. What else is there? There's massive chain pickerel, but that's freshwater.
That's for I've caught chain pickerel.
Yeah, I remember.
Hang on.
It bombed.
They caught a sturgeon in the river, in the St. John's River, like at the mouth of the river where you were fishing? There's no way. Hold on. Where can I see who's got the video or the picture or whatever?
Yeah, hands up,
There's
everybody.
no way.
Right now, we need to see this.
Somebody let me know. They caught a sturgeon in the St. John's River? What?
Dude, I mean, unless like that sturgeon traveled, because those are more freshwater, aren't they?
Yeah, well,
What if it like came from the south? Like came
No,
from
no, no,
down
no,
further
it
south
wouldn't.
and swam all the way up.
Hang on. Wait, what is
Need
this?
answers here.
Wait a minute. Oh my. Oh, wow. Oh, what? I just Googled it. Short-nosed sturgeon have been found in St. John's River, although their overall occurrence is very rare.
Yeah, I'm about to look the same thing up.
What?
Short-nosed sturgeon.
Yeah, that's I just Googled sturgeon caught St. John's River. Oh wow, yeah, I'm seeing videos like where people have caught. Okay, well that's in Canada. That one's also in Canada. Apparently I have to clarify Florida. No way. Oh wait, hang on. Let's see. Oh my. Unlock for $1. No, thank you.
Mm.
Wow. I had no idea. I had no idea
that's
there were
pretty wild.
sturgeon in the St. John's River. That's beyond wild.
looking fish.
Wow. Yeah, that's absolutely insane. Well, add that to the bucket list. I did not know. Yes, please do. If you find the pic, please send it to me.
Like they got them up there in Georgia too.
No kidding.
Hold on, I'm gonna send this to you. This is like a Renaissance picture right here.
A shrimper caught one in his net. I had no idea we had sturgeon in the St. John River. Actually, another thing that I recently learned, well, this isn't recently, but another thing I learned that we had in the St. John's River that I did not know we have, certain months out of the year, we have striped bass in the St. John's River.
Yeah, dude, there's stripers all right there at the Doctor's Lake Bridge. Diego's told me him and one of his buddies have been out there and just were tearing them up.
I've never caught one. I want to, but I've never caught one.
Yeah, same. Very much same.
I had no
look what
idea.
I sent you.
I just saw that. That's pretty great.
I don't know where that is, but yeah, the kid's face in there.
Yeah, get out of the house, or Mike says one caught a sturgeon in his net. That's actually insane. That is literally a dinosaur. Like, sturgeons are literally dinosaurs.
Oh yeah.
No way, dude. That's actually insane.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy.
Wow. What a note to end on,
Good to know.
honestly.
Yeah, right.
But wow, okay, wow, that gave me a lot to think about.
Yeah, right. He's gonna send you down a rabbit hole.
Yeah, no kidding. Good Lord, you have no idea what you've just done.
Oh man.
Wow. All right. Well, Nick, you got anything else to add before we end the podcast?
I think that's it. I guess we're not fishing this weekend then.
Yeah, I reckon because we got big plans.
Unfortunately.
We got big plans the
Yeah.
following weekend, 16th and 17th. Y'all keep an eye out. We got something big coming up. Something saucy, spicy, even.
Yeah. Honestly, if the weather looks okay, I might go fish, but also I might go
We could
golf.
fish Monday. We could fish like you've got your golf, whatever. Anyways, we'll figure it out, you guys. Appreciate
Yeah, I think
everyone
it's the
tuning
last
in.
week.
Oh, nice. We appreciate everyone tuning in. We appreciate you guys sticking through it. If you guys listen this far, definitely click that subscribe button. We go live every week. We have the 904 Fishing Podcast. We also upload a video every week. And again, if you guys haven't, definitely go check out Get Out the House, Go Fish. Awesome guy, awesome content, awesome channel. Nick, you got anything else to add?
Yeah, it looks like the 16th coming up is the North Florida Sheepshead Tournament, as Mike from Get Out the House, Go Fish just said. So that might be something to look at. Oh yeah, a lot of yackers out that day. Yeah, I mean, I have a hard time sheepshead fishing just because I can't hold steady. You know,
Can't
I don't
relate.
have how to drive. But okay, all right, I'll see y'all later. I'm just
No.
But it can be done. It can be done. I still need to hook up and actually catch a sheepshead.
We'll get you out there. We'll get you on one.
Oh yeah.
But, alrighty, guys. Until next time, as always, keep your lines tight, your casts long, and your stories true. We'll see ya.
Later, y'all.